Hey, what's up? This is Sully from Godsmack. Strap on those boots, baby, because you are now in the trenches of the war room with the one and only Mistress Carrie right here on the Mistress Carrie podcast.
What's up? This is Joe Rogan, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Her hair so lovely, pretty eyes.
Hey, this is Brent from Shinedown, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie. Hey, Carrie, go put your bra on, girl.
Hey, this is Steven Tyler, and you be listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
What's up? This is Aaron from Stain, and you're listening to Mistress Carrie.
Hi, everybody. This is Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, and you're listening to the one, the only Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is David from the band Disturbed, and you're listening to the baddest bitch in Boston, Mistress Carrie.
Hi, Bruce Dickinson here from Iron Maiden. Yes, indeed, Miss Whiplash herself, Mistress Carrie, is here to unchain your brain.
Hi, this is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You're listening to Mistress Carrie.
This is Dennis Leary. You are listening to my favorite, Mistress Carrie.
Hey, this is Corey from Stone Sour, and you have the privilege of listening to Mistress Carrie. Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Mistress Carrie, reporting for duty from MCHQ for a bonus episode of the Mistress Carrie podcast. And before we get to my guest, Jeff Keith from Tesla, I want to let you know about the new retro 3/4 sleeve jerseys that are available in the online shop at mistresscarrie.com. They were all the rage back in the 70s, and now I've got them Mistress Carrie style. Choose from black sleeves and collar or purple sleeves and collar, featuring the black and purple flames Mistress Carrie logo on the front. You can check out the new jerseys and everything else I've got going on. Just go to mistresscarrie.com. Jeff Keith from Tesla first made his appearance on the Mistress Carrie podcast on April 6th, 2022 on episode 96. And now that Tesla just released their new live album, Full Throttle Live, recorded at Sturgis last year, I wanted to have him back on the show since this summer was my first trip to Sturgis, South Dakota. Jeff Keith and I talked about the recording of the new album, Full Throttle Live, and why Tesla translates so well to live albums. We also talked about motorcycles, national parks, Sturgis, his love of Aerosmith and Cheap Trick, and so much more. You can check out the new album, Full Throttle Live. It's part of the playlist for this episode that's linked in the show notes. You'll also find the link to episode 96 and all of Tesla's links and all the Mistress Carrie links as well. So allow me to reintroduce you to Jeff Keith from Tesla.
Hi, Mistress Carrie.
What's up, Mr. Jeff Keith? How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm good. I have been dying to talk to you because for the first time in my life, I went to Sturgis this year, got to check it off my bucket list, and finally got to see the famed Full Throttle. And so I have been counting the minutes until I could talk to you about you guys playing there and recording this live album.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Yeah, it was a great time. And, they just, whatever they do, roll tape, whatever it is with the computers, however they record stuff. And I forgot we were even recording, and that's how I like it to be. And you know what? It turned out great. The guys went, turned out great. Let's put it out and put SOS Too Bad as a single, and it's working great. It's working out great.
You'd rather not know they're recording because the pressure of it, you don't want to screw up, or you just don't even want to think about it?
Don't want to think about it. So it's just better off I don't even know. But, even if I know, it doesn't matter. It's like 5-man acoustical jam. Just forgot we were even recording, and it turns out great. And we're just up there having fun. That's what we want to capture. So, don't need to know and just push into the red and let's have fun. And it was a blast, right? I
loved Sturgis so much. Like, I had never been out there. I've been riding bikes for over 20 years. Finally got to go out there. And Full Throttle is a massive complex. It's not just a concert venue. It's like a twisted circus of debauchery. It's awesome.
It is awesome. Did you ride all the way from Massachusetts?
Well, I didn't. I had to fly, but a lot of the people I was with rode the bikes out there.
All right. So you got to go riding. That's great.
Oh, yeah. Dodging the buffalo. I went and did all of the big scenic stuff, the Mount Rushmore, Devil's Tower, Needles. Do you guys ever get a chance to kind of partake in the national parks and stuff when you go out there to play Sturgis, or are you just in and out?
Sometimes, yeah, we've been to Mount Rushmore when we were on tour with Def Leppard. And then, like, about 5 years ago on a day off, me and the guitar tech, we rented Harleys and went from Bozeman down to through Yellowstone, got to see the bison, ride by the lake, see the canyons, the caverns, all that stuff. And so, yeah, when we get a couple days off, we'll rent a Harley or something like that, or go out and have fun. We get to partake, you know.
It's amazing how small you feel on a full-size Harley when you're even in proximity to buffalo, bison. I learned a lot about the names, the American bison. You realize how tiny you really are next to those.
When me and my buddy, when we were going by those bison, they're about 10, 12 feet away, and I thought one of these days, because everybody's there taking pictures and stuff, I thought one of these days one of them's just going to get pissed and just put the horns into possibly us on a motorcycle right now. So you never know, because they are animals.
Well, we were out there with a big group of friends from New England, and one of our buddies actually, not by a bison, but he got hit by a cow. The cow ran into him.
Well, see, they probably get tired because people are just taking pictures galore and just, you know, hey, I guess they lose it, so to speak. So it's a good thing it was the cow, not the bison with the horn.
Yeah, the cow's fine. Our buddy Jimmy's fine, but he's now earned the nickname Jimmy Veal.
Oh, yeah, but what he had to do to earn it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, that's funny.
You talk about the process of recording Tesla live. Obviously, 5-Man Acoustical Jam, one of the most famous live albums ever. I got into this conversation with Rick Nielsen from Cheap Trick because their Budokan album, another seminal live album. What is it about bands like Cheap Trick and Tesla that seem to translate on a live album where other bands don't translate as well?
Well, you know what? Because Cheap Trick's one of my favorite bands of all time, too. And they're playing the real deal from the heart, and they record it, and then next you know it goes big. And it's like 5-Man Acoustical Jam. We were on tour with Motley Crue in like 1990 or 89, and they had 2 nights off in a row. And so we said, well, hey, instead of sitting in a hotel room for 2 nights off in a row, let's find a club that'll let us play our songs, you know, like acoustic set. So we did that in a couple cities, and then by the time we got to Pittsburgh, the guys went, hey, we should get a 24-track mobile truck out there, get 5 cameras. It's back in the MTV days and stuff, and did it, recorded it, forgot all about it, and then me and Frank and Tommy went and played at a radio station, and
yeah, that was my old station, WAAF.
WAAF,
yes.
Yeah. And then the phones, actual phones, like older scoop phones, they were ringing off the hook. So Geffen Records said, we got a whole night of this. And so, of course, Steins was a single. We put out the whole night of it and didn't re-record anything, just kept it just live from start to finish. And people appreciate it. That's our biggest selling record to date, the 5-Man Acoustical Jam. And it was just like an accident waiting to happen.
Well, with Full Throttle Live, you guys decided to tackle another cover song by the Bad Boys from Boston right here, SOS Too Bad. And I know not only are you a Cheap Trick fan, but a huge Aerosmith fan too.
Oh my gosh, yes. And first time I got to meet Steven Tyler, we played the Texas Jam on June 20th, 1987. And Aerosmith was on the bill. We opened Poison and Whitesnake, Aerosmith in Boston. And to get to meet one of my biggest heroes ever and one of my biggest inspirations. And so to play that song, Frank was the one that said, hey, we should play SOS Too Bad. I was like, all right, we're getting deep into the early albums, you know? And because they got so many hit songs, but that's back before they were having co-writers and all that. And I mean, it's an honor to do the song. And it came out great. We're happy with it.
You seem like the kind of person that would instantly become best friends with Steven Tyler. You guys seem like you're cut from the same cloth.
We've hung out before. Oh yeah. And people say I'm a lot like him. We're very high strung. It don't take us much to get all wound up. We're kind of like, you know, like hyperactive kind of people. And And like I said, he's got the pipes that have just inspired me and his words. And Aerosmith is one of my favorite top-notch bands. And so to cover an Aerosmith song was like right up our alley, you know?
Don't sell yourself short. You're also incredibly fantastic singers and very compelling frontmen. Don't sell yourself short, Jeff.
Well, I'm not selling myself short, but I always claim that I can't sing, and the guys just go, just do what you do in the microphone on that stage right there. That's the attitude I got. So, and my first concert was 1978, Day on the Green #3 at Oakland Coliseum, and I was 19 years old. And when AC/DC came out after Van Halen opening the show, I was like, Bon Scott. Oh my gosh, love Bon Scott. Him, Steven Tyler, you know, and people like Robert Plant, Mick Jagger, all these kind of people and bands are like my biggest inspiration. So,
well, Aerosmith recently wrapped up their Vegas residency, and you guys just added dates to yours at Mandalay Bay at the end of September.
Yeah, we're doing it at the House of Blues. We do 5 shows within 10 days, and we did it earlier this year, and it went so good. They said, let's book, 5 more shows. So we're doing it at the end of September, 1st of October, and it's a blast. I mean, at first when I heard to do the first one, I'm like, well, I like to go from town to town, but actually a lot of people are just flying out for one show, and then there might be a few people that go to multiple shows. So we change it up, and we get to play songs that we've taken out of the set maybe a year or two ago, and so we get to play all these songs, and of course we got to play the staple songs, Modern Day Cowboy, Signs, Love Song, What You Give, things like that. But we get to change the set list up every night, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of people are coming to it, and it's supposed to be a big deal to be able to do it, and we're fortunate to be able to do it.
Well, you might see me out there because October 1st is my birthday, and I'm going to be in Vegas, so you never know.
Woo!
Yeah!
What a place to celebrate your birthday in Vegas and then go to a Tesla show. Yeah!
Exactly. Jeff, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm so glad that I got to experience Sturgis myself, and you've managed to boil it all down and put it on a live record. Live, Full Throttle Live, the new Tesla record is available everywhere.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mistress Carrie. Hey, and I got first cousins in New Bedford, Massachusetts.
Well, next time you want to come up and visit them, you let me know.
I will. All right, and if you come to Vegas, let our manager know, and we'll say hello.
There he is, the one and only Jeff Keith from Tesla. If you want more details on the Vegas residency, check the links in the show notes of this episode. You'll find all the Tesla links, and you'll find this episode's corresponding playlist that features their new live album, Tesla Full Throttle Live. You'll also find Jeff Keith's appearance on episode 96 of the Mistress Carrie podcast and all the Mistress Carrie links as well. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to the Mistress Carrie podcast. New full-length episodes come out every Wednesday, plus every weekday you get the Sit Rep, which features all of your up-to-date rock news, music headlines, and entertainment updates in about 5 minutes. And besides, you never know when we're going to release a bonus episode. You can join me live every Tuesday night at 8:30 Eastern on my official Facebook page for my video show, Cocktails in the War Room. And you can always find me on the radio. Check out the online shop on the website for the 70s-inspired 3/4 sleeve Mistress Carrie throwback jerseys. They come in black or purple, of course. Get the details on all that and more at MistressCarrie.com. The Mistress Carrie Podcast, a proud member of the Pantheon Podcast Network.